I met Tracy, who's the chair, just on a consultation that we've been doing in Harpurhey about what people like and don't like about the area. And Tracy said that she volunteers here to help the residents of the accommodation make the gardens nicer, but she felt a bit like she needed a bit more support because it's quite a big space.
I live next to Sir Robert Thomas Court. I've been here for over 40 years. I have friends who live here. My late mum lived here, and over the years I've seen a massive decline in the groundwork, how it's looked, how it's maintained.
The residents mentioned that they wanted to set up a residents association, but we suggested a friends of group because it's a bit less formal and they can still apply for funding and host volunteer days, so that's what we did.
I've always done a lot of volunteering over the years, as in gardening, a bit of things like that. I just felt that it'd be really good for people's mental health. It gives me a purpose at some days when I'm feeling a bit off. It could lead on to bigger things for the tenants, more activities that could involve in the garden for their mental health, their well-being.
They got some funding from the council as a start-up fund, and now we did some sort of consultation about what they wanted to see in the garden. So we're putting in some raised beds, clearing some areas, and we're going to be doing some planting of flowers and fruit and veg. We've
had a lovely turnout of volunteers. We've had some tenants or their family members that have come to volunteer to the best of their ability. We've got some amazing gentlemen at the front that have made some beautiful planters, and they're just in the process of lining them to make them watertight.
I think it's really important to have spaces like this for residents because they can come out here, have a space to sit, have a moment of peace in nature, which I think is really important in the sort of craziness of life at the moment.
You have residents that unfortunately are not able-bodied. We've explained to them that, no, you might not be able to dig, you might not be able to, do large amounts of work, but if you can come out at any point, maybe plant a little basket, that's all part and parcel of gardening, in my opinion.
The residents like to cook quite a few meals together here, and they're going to be growing some fruit and veg over the summer. So they've got potatoes, tomatoes, and lots of different herbs. So hopefully that will mean that they're buying less from the supermarket, less things covered in plastic, obviously very short food miles, and just like learning more about how food has a carbon footprint, and hopefully by doing that they will have made some positive changes to things. Everything that we use on site we're composting, so that will also benefit the sort of carbon side of things.
We couldn't have dreamed for at least probably another 2 years probably to have the finances. Fran's spirit is just amazing. She's such a lovely lady. She's happy to come, give her input, helps you tweak things if you feel something should go there or be here. Her input is amazing.
Rather than feeling that the garden is a bit of a burden and is difficult to maintain, that it will be easier and more of a relaxing place to be.
It's all a good start. Obviously, we know it can't happen overnight. We just appreciate any support, any help, and maybe the surrounding area can see that what we're doing and they might show an interest in like the short near future.